Everyone in Ogbara knew that Emeka would die poor. He was 24, lived in a leaking mud house, and survived by carrying loads in the local market. His clothes were patched. His sandals were held together with wire. Some days he ate only once. Yet no matter how little he had, Emeka was known for helping people. If an old woman couldn't carry her firewood, Emeka carried it. If a traveler was stranded, Emeka shared his food. If a child was hungry, Emeka gave away his last coin. People liked him. But they also laughed at him. Kindness doesn't make a man rich, they would say. Emeka would simply smile. One rainy evening, while returning from the market, he noticed an old woman sitting beside a flooded road. The rain was heavy. The woman looked ancient. Her gray hair hung over her face, and her clothes were soaked with mud. Dozens of people walked past her without stopping. Some avoided looking at her altogether. Something about her made people uncomfortable. Emeka approached anyway. "Mother, are you all right?" The woman slowly raised her head. Her eyes were strange. One appeared cloudy white. The other was unusually dark, almost black. "My legs are weak," she whispered. "Can you help me cross the river path?" The river path lay deep inside the forest. Most villagers avoided it after sunset. Old stories claimed strange things lived there. But Emeka nodded. He lifted the woman onto his back and carried her through the rain. The journey took nearly an hour. The deeper they entered the forest, the quieter everything became. No birds, no insects, no frogs, only the sound of rain falling through the trees. At last they reached an abandoned hut near the riverbank. The woman climbed down, then she smiled. For a moment, Emeka thought he saw all her teeth were perfectly white despite her age. "You have a good heart," she said. Before he could respond, lightning flashed. The hut vanished. The woman vanished. The entire clearing vanished. Emeka suddenly found himself standing alone in the middle of the forest. The rain had stopped. The sky was clear. Confused and frightened, he ran home. The next morning he discovered a small wooden box outside his door. Inside lay 3 old cowrie shells, nothing else. He laughed. Perhaps someone was mocking him. Disappointed, he tossed the shells into a corner of the house and forgot about them. 3 days later, something strange happened. While digging a drainage channel behind his house, his shovel struck metal. He uncovered an old clay pot filled with silver coins. Nobody knew where it came from. A month later, a businessman passing through town hired Emeka to help transport goods. The business expanded. Within 2 years, Emeka owned several boats transporting produce across nearby communities. Within 5 years, he became one of the wealthiest men in the region. People called it luck. Others called it destiny. Only Emeka remembered the old woman. As his wealth grew, he never changed. He built schools, paid hospital bills, sponsored widows, fed entire families during difficult seasons. The more he gave away, the richer he seemed to become. It became a mystery people discussed for years. Then the dreams started. Every night, Emeka dreamed of the old woman standing beside a river, watching him, smiling. She never spoke. She simply stared. The dreams continued for 20 years. Then one night she finally spoke. "You have done well." Emeka woke up sweating. The next morning he received news that changed everything. Workers clearing land for a new warehouse had discovered a hidden cave beneath a hill he owned. Curious, Emeka visited personally. The cave entrance was narrow and covered with roots. Inside, they found ancient carvings nobody could explain. At the very center stood a stone chair, and sitting on it was the old woman, exactly as she had appeared 20 years earlier, not older, not younger. The workers fled immediately. Emeka stood frozen. The woman opened her eyes. "I have waited a long time," she said. His legs nearly gave out beneath him. "Who are you?" he whispered. The woman smiled. "A debt repaid." Then she pointed toward a wall behind her. The stone suddenly cracked open. Beyond it lay a hidden chamber filled with gold ornaments, ancient jewelry, and artifacts untouched for generations. Emeka stared in disbelief. The woman rose from her chair. For the first time, he noticed her feet never touched the ground. She floated inches above the stone floor. "You helped me when everyone else walked away," she said softly. World remembers such things. A cold chill ran through him. "What are you?" he asked. The woman looked almost sad. "Something older than your village." Then she began fatting. Before disappearing completely, she spoke one final sentence. "Never stop being kind." Chamber became silent. The old woman was gone. Emeka never saw her again. The discovery made national headlines. Experts argued over the treasure's origin. Historians debated how long it had remained hidden. Nobody could explain how it ended up beneath land owned by the same man who had once been the poorest person in Ogbara. Years later, after Emeka died peacefully at an old age, his children inherited his fortune. But they also inherited something else. Every year on the anniversary of his death, a small wooden box appears at the entrance of the family estate. Inside are 3 old cowrie shells, always dry, always clean, no matter the weather. And no one has ever seen who leaves them there. If you enjoy stories like this, please like and subscribe.